Hello there guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. I had a nice day today. No, I don't want to recycle that. I want to pick that up. I want to pick that up. I want to pick that up. I will want to pick this up. And this one. And this one. I was just, with all this gardening stuff on, everything of which is in the wrong place. If I'd thought about it, I would have thought, well, plan out your roads first and then put these things in. And I would have had yards finished. But I didn't think that far ahead. So I was just doing some stuff for you guys and never thought of it. But it has occurred to me that this hill right here might be a little decent place for my town anyway. I guess we're going to find out. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to find out. So we have a pot of gold. I'll put that down here. We have the guest book to sign. This is where people come in. We'll have them facing those two things. And I've got gasoline is usually pretty good to get right away when people come in. A lot of people don't put fuel places near where the plants actually are. They'll put like 10 of them in a row right near their entrance point on the thing. And then if you go out and do any harvesting for them, there's not a fuel pump when you out there any place. And I think a lot of people are used to seeing a gas, a fuel station like right there as you enter the place. So I want to go ahead and make the assumption that is what they'll be looking for too. And I want this nearby because I just want to continue to be able to level it. It'd be nice if it fit there, but it ain't gonna. This is a big baby. Now, I'd also like this area to be kind of pretty, so maybe I don't want this here. I tend to put a fuel pump at each of my way shrines, each of my points of interest, because then if people are out there working on something and they go someplace, then it's bang, it's right there, and I like that. I think that works out well for me, and I'm assuming it probably works out pretty well for other people too. But this is where people will enter. They're used to looking for gasoline. I don't like this close though. I gotta admit, I'm not keen on having it right there. It's, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it can be. I'm gonna want it close by so people can see it and the rest of it. But I don't think I want it that close. And this, I do kind of want this close by because I like to. You know what? Actually. Let's take this one. When I enter, what am I going to do first? You know what? I don't need that one right away, but I do need... I will want my what's it? The what's it? I totally want that. My farmhands union, because I like to immediately check on my guys and make sure that they actually have... they have what they need to keep going. And I like that pretty close. I like to enter. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that up even closer. Because that's the first thing I do. I hit that little pot of gold to grab the gold. And then I check on these guys and make sure that they're, they've got the whatever they need. And if I am actively doing quests to try to raise funds, the diamonds or tickets, then that's nearby. But so what buildings am I going to want? Now I find what I've done in the past, and quite frankly it works out pretty well for me. I go into here and I put the buildings in this order basically. Because this allows me to, if I see vegetables are overstocked, then I go to that one, skip, oh, I need grapes, and I can just kind of run down the list and continue on from there. And that's worked out pretty well for me. So let's just buy those and get them out. Now this is a great big lovely wide place. That could be planted. That absolutely could be planted. I don't want to be messing with that. I want to put these buildings in somewhere where they're not in the way of you know, of me planting nice big blocks of goodies. So how about we park our little truck over here. That is going to be my vegetable selling off thing. And actually, I can check here. The next, is it mushroom? Are they in the same order? No, see, they're fruit. What is this doing? Okay, so I have to go across the top. Is that working? Yeah, okay. Then we're looking at fruits and we're looking at cereals. So the Fruity Toot Toot, where are you, darling? They're here. My little fruit shop. There we go. And there, that's the way I want to see it, right there. And I'm going to leave some spaces now and again because I like to, you know, to decorate and doll things up a little bit. Now, this is for getting rid of big chunks of cereals at a time. And I mean, fruit and croissant, though. Fruit and buns, right? That's a lovely mix. If you were going to a market, that would be quite a happy little mix. I think I could live with that just fine. And then we're looking at the grape juice stuff. Okay, well, the juicings. This is the big one. A winery. Oh, this is getting better and better. We can get our fresh rolls and our wine and our fruit. We get some nice grapes to go with it. And it's like, oh, happy day. And then we have mushrooms. Okay, mushrooms, that's in milk, eggs. Yeah, it's not as sexy. But mushrooms and nuts. The big shroom place is this one. And like I said, I'm probably going to move these around a little bit. On the other hand, if I'm trying to make it look like a street, you know, this is a street of places that are, yeah. So it's got a little walkway there. That's pretty cute. And it was nuts, right? It was nuts and milk. Alrighty. The big nutty walnut place. There you go. The milk place is, the big one is just this. It's just a little milk truck along the way. The farmers drive in and sell their milk off and all the things. Eggs, fish. Eggs and fish. The big chicken. And that's a cutie. Our fish, the fish is, you know, you go through so many fish, and the largest fish stand only sells 100 at a time. I really, really, really wish they would upgrade that because, yeah, I really, really do. Oh, I do indeed. Okay, that's the little one. Where's the big one? The happy shark. Where do you see a happy shark? Here we go. So we have a little fish place here. And it was fish, fabric, flowers, spice. Fabric is the kind of a haircut thing, which is a little weird. I'm going to cut my hair and weave it into a sweater. That's so special. Oh my God, do I have to? That's a clothes shop. That's for fabric. Actually, that's pretty good. We're going to do this one. It was fabric. Was it fabric next? Fish. Fish, fabric, flowers, and spice. There we go. Fish, flowers. The big flower shop is here. And spices. Ooh, spices from the Orient. Love it. Which is it this one? That's a clothes shop. Where's the spices? Right there. The Spice Bazaar. There you go. Okay, so this is going to be most of what we need. Honey will be in honey jam, cheese. That's all going to be dealt with elsewhere. Absolutely, for sure. Now, the marketing agency is for questing. So I'm going to put that up by the union. So we've got these are an advertising agency and our union guys here. Actually, we're going to back them both up. Back you up to here, sunshine. Is that the front? Can't tell. Nope, that's the back. Okie dokie. And I'm going to have to place it somewhere else so I can pick it up again and put it in this spot. But that's okay. There we go. That's the front. So it looks like a little it's a wee little shop. It's cute. And we just go in here and take care of our guys. Our farm hands union. Those two over there, I don't use these all the time, so they're fine where they are. That's good. So now how do I turn this into something that's going to look like a town? Actually, what else might I put in here first? Give her some thought. The gift shop. I don't have a gift shop, do I? No, I got the pawn shop. I don't have a gift shop. The gift shop is... This one you just pay money to get stuff, I believe. I haven't used a lot of this one, but... So how can I make this work? How can I make this work out to actually look like a nice little town? Yeah, see, this one is 250 gold. What would I get? I spend 250 gold and get ribbons or something. Needless, I don't use that one much. Excuse me. Now, I'd like to have roads in here, but they're not going to work on these slopes, first of all. And quite frankly, you know, and I've showed you before how that works. This is low grass. Now, does this actually work faster? There's the kicker. Let's try this. Is this going down as a road? Because if it is, I'm just going to cover this entire area in it. Although it won't be any place where I'm actually placing something because it's a road. So if I'm running... Okay, let's see. This is without sprinting. I am not really feeling the difference there at all. Are you? I don't feel a difference. I absolutely don't feel the difference on that, because usually you can. And it, you know, it would be a way to make everything look the same, but if it's not doing the job I want it to do, who cares? And then we can put dirt down and make that, but again, I don't think this is going to make anything go any faster. I mean, I could be, oh no, this is a running track, so yes, this is going to be faster, but this is also not going to do what I want it to do up here. And maybe there's nothing I can do about that. Maybe that's just going to be as good as it gets. I mean, we had the sand. Make it all sandy? I don't know. How about the dirt? What's dirt going to do for me? Let's get out of this and try. Walk along. Again, not really feeling much speed difference here. I don't think this is doing a darn thing for me. So, the actual things that will go wall to wall are not going to be helpful. And I would really very much like... Was the sand any faster? I guess we're going to have to either not have it, which is irritating me in all kinds of ways, or have the roads. Now, if I'm not going to have anything, then I want this closer. I want this to be quite, you know, relatively efficient. I want to get the job done with these. Now, I never use milk, so I could take this out and we could like park it somewhere, you know, like the milk, and I do use the veg, but let's put these two together. This can be like a little, you know, where the farmers come and park their wares or something like that. That's not too bad. And take this and put it sideways, please. I can't, because I can't get in there sideways. Come on. I just keep moving out too quick. Oh, come on, darling. See? All right. Pick it up again. And I want to park it differently. I want to park it like that. Okay, so these guys will be there. We're going to want lights. I want to light this place up. Just light her up. Now, with the lighting, there is a street light somewhere in all of this, isn't it here? Or is it here? That's a single street light. There aren't a lot of these. There's this one. This is a single street light, so I can just place that should I want to. And I don't believe that's the one that floats on water. We could put little flags up for all the nations that I love the most. That's kind of fun. But the only others are in here. I mean, there's a brazier and stuff, but these will all go in by twos. Oh, actually that one's making a liar out of me. Okay, most of these go in by twos. I actually thought that one did too, but it does not. This one is the arch, so that's a thing. These are two, obviously. Two here. These are over the top. These are two as well, metal lampposts. I quite like those, but I think those are only in the pairs. You know, tiki things, sun lamps outside. These float, quite cute if you're going for the Harry Potter look. Potter. So, you know, if this is all I have, then maybe this is what we're going to use. Where? In the back or in the front? We'll put it there. Because I'm going to want it lit. I'm going to want it lit right up. Now, if I pull these up, is it going to be... you sell a lot of fruit. You do. I mean, if that's... And the others would then be right here really close. So that's not feeling good either. That's not right. See, this hill is not going to be as awesome as I thought it would be, or hoped it would be, but I don't know. Maybe it'll turn out okay. We'll see. Is this going to feel like a street of some sort? And then if these guys came up here, actually, you should probably move over one there, sweetie little chicken o' mine. My little chicky boo. And then we have a fish shop. And I do want places for walkways and some other few bits and bobs. So, where have they changed that? I'm wondering if they just changed. See this one with the. I think they, oh, there's that design. Okay, that one's for clothing too, and it's a barber shop. So, you know, if you want a barber shop in the place, I kind of like this one better. I've had both, but I usually have both. But I find the great big woof hair is, I don't know, it's a little strange. It's a good decorative thing. It's quite nice. Actually, you know what? Having a barber shop in town, right? That seems like a good thing. No, I don't want to recycle that. I'd like to pick it up, actually, if you don't mind. I love this one with the little bike on the walkway in front. And this one goes quite well with it because the pavement matches. These are quite nice. I wish there was kind of more of a set like that. And actually, you know what? Maybe. Now, there's the thing. There is a couple of others. This one looks like that, the gift shop. Maybe I shouldn't put these in order. I should put them by design. I've always had them in order before because they're just easy for me to kind of, you know, walk down the list. And you kind of get to know what the list is. So, but this I think is going to look, that just looks better. So that looks like a block, doesn't it? It looks like, oh, there's a row of shops. Ta-da. And then that doesn't really fit. We're going to put the eggs over with our little farmer's market area. I do think that's the thing. We're going to have our little trucks, the milk, the eggs, the veg that comes fresh off the farm. Yeah, that'll be fine. The walnut place, I don't know. Where are you going to go? I think I'm going to put the gift shop. Because, again, that matching bottom, I'm really kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking this look a lot. This is feeling like it's a street. Yeah. And, of course, these I want in sort of more of a business area. But I could put this one over there. That's going to match that look as well. And we will just have a proper street. I think that's good. Which way do I want it? I guess it goes this way. The big ka-ching. We'll call that our bank. You know, that'll be the bank. Sure it will. I think we'll put the fish with these other kind of fresh things. This is a bakery. Nuts. Fresh nuts. Yeah, maybe we'll put these produce things together. This will be like a food, you know. So what do we actually have over here? If that's a food section, we've got a bank, we have a gift shop. It's a mushroom shop, which is definitely food, but it fits with the rest of this. The clothing shop, flower shop, spices, that's definitely food too, but you know, usually they're a little more exotic. I just like the way that looks, so that's staying. Smart or not, it's staying. Now this one, of course, you know, this is a very different, this, you know, this feels like you've gone to a bakery. This is pretty cool. And we're going to put you like so. Then the wine, where would we put the wine? I mean, the wine could stay right there, I suppose. The fish, the nuts, where are we going to put the nuts? You're so nutty. If this is going over here, fresh fish to go with the fresh veg and vegetables. So these are our farmer and fisher folk. I think the nuts need to be with this lot too, don't they? I think so. I do. You know, just this will be the section of food that comes in right off the farm. Which now means I feel like I need to move some other things. But, you know, we'll get it sorted in time. See, now with this one, I feel like I need to put a little cafe beside it here. And have some sort of walk, you know, we could put some tables and chairs in front of it or something. You know, going to the cafe. I'm just going to go have a bun, like a Starbucks, you know. You get your bun, you get your coffee, you sit out in front. I'm sure we must have something I can use. I think I have quite a pretty little thing. This one. You know, for here we get your wine over there and get your little buns and sure. Oh, like so. Now it's winter, so I don't think it's going to be really busy for a while. But we could put some hedges around that and actually make it look like it's a little bit of something, right? We'll put another light. Where did we find the light? I guess we went with the Venetian because it was a single light and it's kind of pretty. And we will want that lit up. And then we could put some hedges around this. I know there are some, and they're green, and that makes them pretty. Green is my friend. I will leave this open because maybe people want to be able to walk over to the wine shop, right? I think that would probably be important. I'm just saying. Now back here, people need to. Oh no, they're not coming in and out of here, are they? No, they are not. Yeah, because then that would be a road coming up in front of us here. So, yeah. So something like that. Actually, you know what? We're going to close that up because there's just, yeah. We're just going to close that up. There we go. So now we have a little bit of a sidewalk, something going on. I mean, we could put a tree or some flowers. We could move this back to here. Like that. And can I put another table in there? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to try it and see if it fits. Where are you? Here you go. And then that one can fit right here too. That works. That's okay. The wine place here, I'm not really sure. This is just for selling off your grapes and berries, so I'm sure we'll have some other place. Okay, so if I take these, I want this to feel efficient. I want it to be fast. When I get in here and I'm coming here, this is where I just want to get the work done. This is all about just getting the work done. I want it to look nice, but this is definitely about is it done yet? You know, I'm just selling off some stuff. I've got some harvesting to do. I've got things to plant. And I just want to make it go. There are things I don't want to forget. I want people to, you know, see that so they know they're welcome to sign it, because that's a nice thing. And so we have a little bit of a row there. That feels okay, I suppose. It's pretty close, not too far to walk to any of this stuff. I don't use this a heck of a lot because I use so much in the houses for tickets that I don't actually have to sell that off very often. And then we have a little farmer's area over here. I'm feeling like that could be a lot tidier. I think that could be a lot neater than I have it. I really, yeah, I think that could be a lot neater than I've got it. We could turn, if we turn this one, I mean, if I turned this, should I turn this? Let's find out. Like so. There we go. So now we've got it, it's wrapping around this little courtyard area pretty good. That's not too bad at all. Now I'm wondering if I should take the bank thing and move it over here too. I mean, maybe, but I will take this for now. This feels like, I don't know, this always feels like a little magazine rack or something to me. It's like, yeah, you know, you want to pick up a magazine before you go home or something. That's all. Now, I don't use this a lot. Well, I guess I do some. I don't use it a lot. But it does feel like, you know, it would be out in the middle of things. So you could buy a mag, you know, while you go over and have your little roll and coffee in this area or something. I don't know. And then I don't know. I like the 5. I think 4 would feel like it was a long enough row, even with the bank there. So this is good. These are all pretty close. This is backwards. And I will have to move it because there's no place to stand to be able to walk away and walk around and move it. There we go. There we go. That's good. And then this, I want this close, but it doesn't have to be this close because this feels very much like an industrial thing for me. It's a warehouse, you know, it's a warehouse. Now I'm wondering about taking these and moving them up. I don't know if there'll be room. I'm going to be absolutely blunt. I don't know that there's going to be room for what I want to do, but I won't know until I try. I suppose I could sit here and count squares, but that's rarely the way I do things. So if we put, yeah, there's really probably not going to be room for what I'm trying to have happen here. Okay, if we put you over here, we may have to move that magazine rack again, which isn't a magazine rack at all, but it looks like that, right? It looks like a newspaper stand. So where would you put a newspaper stand? I don't know. Out here in the middle of the courtyard, maybe. And then we've got a couple of trucks. And these need 4 spaces as well. They never look like they should, but yet they do. And like I said, I really don't use these almost ever. Milk goes into cheese straight up. So maybe this could just be like a parking area back here. You know, maybe that's all it is. Just get a couple of trucks parked back here. I do use the veg on occasion, but you use everything on occasion, but because I'm trying to level things, I don't sell off as much things as I used to because I'm trying to level those items that will give me, you know, more money for various bits and bobs that when I'm harvesting. So was watching Cora again tonight with Quill 18. I am loving it. That's no good. I need it there. There we go. That looks better. We're going to want some more of these lights kicking around someplace, I am sure. Yeah, I want it to feel pretty lit up. And you can go there. These have got a fair bit of light with them. That's nice. But you can go there beside the bank. Really not sure what I'm doing with this thing here yet, but we shall see. Is there right here in this corner? Sure. Okay, so if I'm going to do this with the sort of farmer's market kind of feeling, I think I need to bring this in more. So there feels like there's a little cul-de-sac there. That seems better. I think that feels better. Now what you can do, the small ones, I've just been buying all of the big selling off places. There are small ones. There's some quite cute ones. The little, you know, the little nut thing here, the little milk, you know, that's adorable, right? That's really cute. Although I use this sometimes on farms because it looks nice near the barn or out in front of a, you know, whatever. The extra veg in a pile, you know, you could take these and you could use these instead to look like a vegetable part for the farmer's market. Actually, if I took this, maybe it's not necessary by any means, but because I've got the big one, I'll never use this, but they're decorative. They're quite cute. You know, you could put something like that down to say, oh, well, that's where the veg are coming from or something, but I think right now I'll just leave it where it was. There we go. So we have a little farmer's market area here. This is all the fresh stuff. You get a couple of you know, the farmers come in on their little trucks and they're parked over there. This is working for me. This is still feeling like it's just sore thumb, kind of stuck out in odd places. So let's try it over here. Will it fit there? It will. That's a good place for you. We can bring the fuel station up and put that there. So if somebody enters here, or when I get here and I need to sell off things, I can gas up there if I need to. Got the little farmer's market, fresh stuff there. We've got my farm workers union here. I can get more quests if I want there, and then I've got this little row. I like that corner. I wish they all had the same base like that. That could be, it'd be a lot cuter building, you know, little roads and stuff in front of them. Now I don't have roads here, and if I'm going to put them in, I'm going to have to move them off this hill, and I just don't know if I'm going to bother. If it's efficient enough, you're not wasting much time anyway, right? But and I can't put a courtyard type thing down. And quite frankly, if I run, you know, if I ran a road up in front of this, which is what I really feel like I need to be doing, you know, would it even show? I mean, how much would I use it? You go running across. Wrong way. Good job. Turn you around. Spin you right around, baby, right around like that. I mean, I could put a road up in front of these. That would speed it up, I guess, a little bit. And there we go. The gift shop. And the bank, which is not the bank, but it could be. And I put that backwards too. Good job. This one's going to be harder because there's no place to actually stand. Okay, let's pick this up. There we go. Okay, so I suppose, I mean, I could put a road in front of them. Which one? What am I going to use this time? I've only ever used these almost everywhere. Kind of like this. The brick's kind of pretty. I really, really, truly wish they would let us make these, you know, match up without the little gaps in the middle. It would be nice to have a courtyard, an actual little courtyard thing. That would be very cool. So, and then that's the end of that. So if I'm actually going to do this and want roads all the way around, I'm going to have to change some things. I'll have to move it entirely, the whole thing, into someplace flat. Like right there, which is a great place for planting stuff. So, and I was going to use this area over here with all the rocks, but then when I started doing the garden stuff, I started taking up a lot of space. Now that garden would be a really nice center place too, but I could use that as a center place for a a residential area, or just get rid of it and start over. I almost did a complete recycle again, just so I didn't have to pick up all the little bits. And then I thought, if I do, then I've got to go down and put all these way shrines down again. And it's like, I don't want to. Oh my goodness. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, because I had planned on putting it here. Now that would have given us a little pond, I suppose, kind of in the way. But this area where this garden is, this would have probably been big enough, right? This would have been big enough for my little town center right there, I think. And maybe even this would be too. This would be too. With all those houses. Now, I was, somebody asked me to explain, like, why I've redone this. And I'll be honest, there's a lot I liked about this farm before. The sort of recreational parts. I loved my little campground. I liked the park near the city. I liked the one little neighborhood I had where all the houses were lined up with little streets, and they each had their own little garden. And that went out. It was really quite nice. And I had... fish was down in this bottom corner. While I'm talking, let's go harvest some plants, shall we? Now, if I were smart, I would go and do work on some other farm first before I did this. But, I'm getting, 251,000 per plant here anyway. So, I'll probably survive without the extra. But, I was, I had the fish in one place. I had the animals. I really wish I could have kept my little animal farm, because I'm not looking forward to rebuilding that at all. But whatever. I'm not looking forward to rebuilding the fish either. And the fish could have been more efficient, though. They could have had less space and just one farmer instead of two. But I had started it before I knew that, and then I just sort of finished it in that place. So I wanted to redo the fishing, absolutely. And I liked the flowers. The flowers are mostly along one side, the great big long swaths of beautiful color. I found that fine. But what happened is through the year, as there are more events and you are actually... you're getting more items and stuff, or the event come on. I never had a place just for event plants. And unfortunately, I started tucking things in all the empty possible spots just to get it done, because it's like, oh gosh, the event's tomorrow. Or often, I don't log in for a week. And when I get here, the event is half over and it's like rush, rush, rush. So I just put it someplace. Oh, there's an empty spot. Just stuff it in there. It'll be fine. And that was getting messy, and it needed an overhaul, like quite a lot. It needed a bigger overhaul. So because of that, I finally decided, I can take these things out one piece at a time and recycle them. And sometimes fencing, some things are quite hard to actually select. It gets to feel pretty tedious, I'm going to be honest, in some cases. And I thought, you know what, I can do that for 1,000 things, or I just recycle it all at once. I think it'll be faster to rebuild my recreation areas. I loved my little carnival. That was fun. The little boat rides around the pirate ship, the castle on the hill with the horse venue next to it. And I enjoyed all of that, but my horse venue is getting to be... I was putting events flowers in the middle of the jumping ring. So that was, it was just getting messy is all. It needed a great big cleanup. And I thought, you know what, just start over. And that was the big part. It was just getting messy. Of course, when you first start a farm, you've seen me on the other little farm that I'm using as the beginning one. There is no particular plan. You're just... It's hard because you've got a limited amount of land. There's just so much you're allowed to buy per level as you're leveling up. Your farm's going to be level like 90 or 100 or something before you can get all of the parcels. I don't remember what it is, but it's quite high. And it's really hard to say, well, I'm just going to live without something till I get all the room, because you're losing a lot by not having those things as you level. So, yeah. And I did get the train around the outside. I find, and that was another thing, I didn't have a path or a train, which the train tracks run just exactly like a path, but I didn't have those around the entire outside of the farm before. Some items I had put in went right up to the end, but then if I put a flower bed like this in front of them, I often find, like for quest time, I would be doing a row here and then having to run, you know, 20 levels, 20 rows away to get to the next thing for a quest. And without the pathing, it was quite a bit slower. And the only way I was going to do that is to mess up my rows or move them all forward, or, you know, it was just going to be, I don't know. Sometimes there wasn't room to move them all forward. And I just wanted the farming part like this to be easier, to be more straightforward, neater rows, things more even, without, you know, having to wind back and forth to get to all the places. Now up here, this little section up here is not neat, and you do have to go around the rows, and, you know, blah blah blah. You've kind of got to be aware of that. And it's like, yeah, but, you know, this everywhere gets boring. I don't want to see this everywhere. I like it in some places, but I don't want to see it everywhere. This breaks it up a little bit. I mean, I kind of wish I'd left a second row along the side, just so I could, you know, have more trees and stuff. But what I will probably do is something like, you know, recycle the one plant, and in here we will pop in a tree. That works for me just fine. Something like this. Now that's not going to show enough. The coniferous do pretty good. These show pretty good. How tall is the other? Yeah, you know, just yeah, it won't be perfect when I'm doing things, but it, you know, you look at it and you go, there's something of interest. Although I'm not sure that's I'm not convinced that's right. Maybe that was not a good choice right there. So it will go to recycle that, yes. And we're going to put in another lovely little white orchid, because they are beauteous, and they are here. Go back. There you be. But probably between these rows, there will, you know, I feel like there's plenty here. We have what? We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I will probably leave a 3, you know, a 3 block wide column here, just for a walkway and some flowers along the side and some trees up the row. And yes, it is absolutely, beyond a doubt, you know, messing up the efficiency of the place. But I'm happy to live with that. I don't have a problem with that. Now if I put just this and then trees on the other side, then I would have a whole extra row. So this is a compromise between efficiency and boring. And this is where, you know, some of the borders that I was talking about earlier, they would go in here. And look at the time again. I have got to learn to shut up someday. I really do. It goes too fast. You just start breaking these up into 2 20-minute ones when I go overboard. So I'm going to be quiet and stop this. Thank you guys for being here. We will get back to work on the my little downtown area here for sure, and see if we can't make this look like a nice little town center. That's what I'm going for. I want efficiency, but I want it to feel like, oh, I am in the town square. Very, very much so. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being so kind and patient, and I love you to death for it. Patreons, thank you again. Bye-bye.